Good afternoon, everyone. Today is July 14, 2021, and you are currently watching the virtual ceremony of the commencement exercise of Layangan West Elementary School with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid this COVID-19 Pandemic. To start with, ladies and gentlemen, the processional presentation of our candidates for graduation, whether parents, faculty and staff of Layangan West Elementary School, headed by Mr. Alvin C. Perez, and guests. Please stay tuned for the singing of the national anthem and the doxology via multimedia presentation.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pangaw, ay hinagang tulakaw.
It's not at all that bad, my friend. If you believe in yourself, if you believe there's someone who walks through life with you, you'll never be alone. Just learn to reach out and open your heart. Lift up your hands to God, and He'll show you the way. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy loads. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest. And when you feel the world is tumbling down on you, and you have no one that you can hold on to, just face the rising sun, then you'll see hope, and there's no need to run. Lift up your hands to God, and He'll make you feel alright. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy load. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest. And He said, cast your burdens upon me, those who are heavily laden. Come to me, all of you who are tired of carrying heavy loads. For the yoke I will give you is easy, and my burden is light. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Come to me, and I will give you rest.
Diyos sa iyong Mindanao mabuhay, kay mahal na mong natawan. Mauswagon, masiglakon, malipayon, pagpano sa katahon. Magpapiling kaning kasing-kasing ang kabanaan ug kamalipayon. Isa kanunay gugmaang magpaibabaw ang kahusay ug kanina. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, yutan na among natawan. Bisag usa pa man kalima, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat ug katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling nga magkahinusa, kadaugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyang Mindanao, yutan na among natawan. Bisag usa pa man kalima, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat ug katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan. Magpabiling nga magkahinusa, kadaugan sa tanan. Magpabiling nga magkahinusa, kadaugan sa tanan.
A welcome address by our with honors, Ann Beatriz L. Bureros.
Graduation Day is one of the most exciting and inspiring events on every student's journey. In spite of that, because of this current breakthrough caused by COVID-19 pandemic, things did not go as what we are expecting. After all, such feeling of excitement comes into reality today as we witness the virtual graduation rites of Layangan West Elementary School. Before we begin, allow me to greet the following people behind this affair. Our dynamic and trusted keynote speaker, our energetic and kind-hearted school principal, Sir Alvin C. Perez, dearest teachers, ever-supportive parents, fellow graduates, a pleasant day. Amidst this stress situation and breaking point of a worldwide condition, I want to tell everybody that the freshly new batch alumni to be sent off towards the different high schools to establish the next chapter of their lives. With this year's graduation theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic, ended, the pandemic caught us all unaware, and we now must work hard to better understand all the indications of such violent disturbance for schooling, and quickly enhance the quality and attainability of distant education, and get learners back to school as soon as the fearful circumstances now will be normalized with God's healing process. On behalf of the graduating class 2021, I welcome you all to the virtual graduation ceremony of Layangan West Elementary School. To my fellow graduates, congratulations and good luck. Let us all stay safe and healthy. To God be the glory.
The presentation of candidates for graduation by our school principal, Mr. Alvin C. Perez, and to be followed by the confirmation of graduates by our school's division superintendent, Dr. Edelberto L. Oplinaria, and to be followed by the reading of messages from our school's division superintendent and from our DepEd secretary, Leonor Magtolis Briones.
Dr. Edelberto L. Oplinaria, the school's division superintendent of Lanao del Norte. May I have the honor to present to you the candidates for completion in this school year 2020-2021 of Layangan West Elementary School, the 20 male and 9 female, a total of 29 completers. Based on the documents presented by the class advisor and as the school head, I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed the academic requirements of elementary as prescribed by the Department of Education under the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum. Therefore, may I request for your confirmation, sir.
By the authority vested in me as the school's division superintendent of the division of Lanao del Norte, and as the representative of Leonor Magtolis Briones, Secretary of the Department of Education, and having been represented and certified by the school head that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education, that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the elementary curriculum, I now confirm you completers for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations! Greetings! It was never in our wildest dreams that one day we'll be forced to close our schools to protect you, dear learners, from the pandemic. I know that what happened in March last year when we had to forego the commencement exercises after President Rodrigo Roa Duterte announced that the country was placed under the state of calamity, saddened those who were supposed to proudly receive their diploma certificate of completion with their parents who waited for this precious moment that marked as an important milestone in their lives. This year, despite the health crisis that we are still facing, we decided to conclude the school year by holding the virtual graduation to recognize the sacrifices you put into the years of school work. This is the department's way of celebrating with you your success. Dear graduates, completers, this year's closing exercises with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic is a historic occasion signifying our victory as we have succeeded in pursuing our mantra of sulong edukalidad and in fulfilling our duty as mandated by the Philippine Constitution, and that is to protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels, and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Indeed, COVID-19 caught us off guard, but your teachers and school heads did not stop performing their tasks and finding ways to make education continue even if it means sacrificing their own safety so that you will have quality, equitable, and culture-based education that will liberate you from the bondage of illiteracy because they truly believe that you are the hope of this country. Allow me therefore to pay tribute to all DepEd Division of Lanao del Norte officials, school heads, teachers, and parents for painstakingly working day and night to ensure that you are given the opportunity to learn and finish basic education. This pandemic has indeed brought out the best in all of us because we have become more resourceful, resilient, steadfast, and innovative in our desire to deliver a strengthened quality education through distance learning modalities. In fact, the division managed to put in place programs that have improved our processes and systems. My special recognition goes to our very own Provincial Governor, Imelda Quebranza de Mapuro, Congressman Abdullah D. de Mapuro, Congressman Muhammad Khalid Quebranza de Mapuro, and all the provincial board members, municipal and barangay officials, the officers and members of the Parent Teachers Association, and all other government and non-government organizations for being instrumental in the provision of equipment, gadgets, materials, and funding support for the full implementation of this division's basic education learning continuity plan. To all of you graduates and completers, warmest congratulations. You deserve this accolade because despite numerous difficulties you have encountered along the way, you persevered and succeeded. May this victory serve as your stepping stone to become better in every way, to be more productive, disciplined, and to be ready for the world of work. And as you leave the portals of your alma mater, take advantage of the knowledge and skills you have gained to pursue your dreams and aspirations in life. And always remember, your teachers and all those who played a dynamic role of educating you with a heart. Again, my salute.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 10, Northern Mindanao. Greetings. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors, including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtalis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic, and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance education, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape, and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But their successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time, and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great faith, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this school year's end of school year rights, strengthening quality education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. Altogether, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd Region 10. Straight from the heart of DepEd Region 10 family, congratulations and Godspeed. Signed, Dr. Arturo B. Bayocot, CESO 3 Regional Director.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
The distribution of certificates to our graduates, and the giving of awards to our deserving graduates.
Boreros and Beatriz L. with honors. Hamid Haila G. with honors. Daod Aisa M. with honors. Ortega Reniel A. with honors. Abdul Malik Haulani C. Ano Muhammad Ryan A. Basmala Arham O. Bendoy John Paul U. Daco Al Jalil A. De La Peña Claire James T. Bisalungan Muhammad Hair D. Hatiko Ivan C. Makadindang Muhammad Noor A. Magdaong Jovet V. Malay John Hart D. Manalaw Norsham C. Ubinay Alan A. Ortega Kent Hamel E. Pandapatan Jamaluddin G. Pandapatan Ziyad O. Serenio Alvenson H. Tanyahora Jonard Jr. D. Villahermosa James T. Ates Edesa N. Javier Betty C. Lando Sahara P. Makaumbang Samima M. Mataganas Anali S. Salik Hyrin O.
Please continue to tune in for the introduction of our guest speaker by Mrs. Lizelle T. Olbo, the Master Teacher of Layangan West Elementary School, to be followed by the message of our honored guest.
My warmest greetings to each and everyone. Strengthening the quality education amidst the COVID-19 pandemic is something that made everyone feel the importance of continuing our children's education despite of the threats that coronavirus brought. At this very moment, our theme is not only my concern, your concern, the school concern, but everybody's concern. I may say that it is on the modern way, the virtual, of presenting to you, dear parents, valued stakeholders, graduates. We will learn more on the significance of today's event. I will introduce to you our guest speaker on this memorable graduation exercises. The person I am referring to is known for his works and contribution in the field of education. His 3 decades experience in the Department of Education expedited his skills and widened his knowledge particularly in the teaching learning process, the holistic child development, and bridging the school community towards objective accomplishments. He has been a part of the Young and West Elementary School family for a quite some time. We, the young staff, and this person have proven for the past years, ensuring that quality education was catered to every learner from all walks of life. His expertise continued as he became the district in charge of Maigo as well as in Kulambugan district. I am so proud of his dedication toward his responsibilities as an educator and mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our guest speaker, the former school principal of the Young and West Elementary School, no other than Mr. Hosto C. Amudia Jr.
The Department of Education, Division of Lanao del Norte, K officials, District of Maigo, Layangan West Elementary School, administration and staff, dear parents, pupils, school and community stakeholders, completers, graduates, maayong adlaw kanatong tanan. Basic Education Learning Continuity Program in the time of COVID-19 is introduced by the Department of Education as response to the challenges posed by the coronavirus in the year 2019. BE Learning Continuity Program is the result input from different units and field offices after consultative assembly and taking into consideration the readiness of teachers for the distance learning delivery. BELCP covers the essential requirements of education amidst COVID-19, the self-learning modules, the multiple learning modalities, health standards in schools, and other special activities initiated in the school. For the past years, many questions raised by parents, teachers, and the public as well are already answered. And we have proven that the Department of Education has done its best to deliver quality education. We have experienced rejections, turndowns, economy failure, but even then, we also managed to regain our post by accepting the new normal and struggle to cope up slowly. And here we are, celebrating another year, another school year, accomplishments, the closing program of school year 2020-2021. Winning one battle or two battles does not mean victory. But we have conquered twice the threats of coronavirus 2019. Congratulations, parents, learners, school stakeholders, teachers, for the excellent job, brilliant ideas, and diligence in making the 2020-2021 school year a success. Yes, we cannot deny the fact that we also met challenges in accomplishing the task required by the Department of Education, particularly the answering of SLM of our learners. Parents help their children in this part. Most probably, we ask, are parents learning more than their children? In my opinion, the answer is yes. Parents also learn while accomplishing the SLM. There, we saw that both learners and parents or tutors are having the same experience of learning continuity program. It is but a great experience to both and the whole family as well. If ever there is still no chance for a face-to-face platform in the coming year, let us not feel down. Let us continue the battle for the third time. Let us join hands to conquer coronavirus by following guidelines and protocols required by the government and most the requirements given by the school to make the BELCP gain another success in the next school year. Let us not forget that we must trust God in every endeavor we do, for His plans is much bigger than ours, and He never failed thee. And He never failed those who lean on Him in times of need. Sa katapusan, ang hinaot ko, makitang tanan, manlimpaso, alang sa kadaugan. Mabuhay, and I pray that we may all heal as one as we journey another challenging adventure in our search for skills and knowledge. God bless and thank you.
The singing of the graduation song of our graduates through a multimedia presentation.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
A million dreams are keeping me
A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
for the world we're gonna make.
The recitation of Pledge of Loyalty by our WED honors, Hyla Galawan.
Pledge of loyalty. With solemn sense of responsibility, we pledge our loyalty to our parents, teachers, and to our alma mater, a sacred trust and an emblem of our responsibility and duty. We promise to live a clean life, to be good examples to the youth and citizens of our land, to uphold the ideals of our alma mater, and to do our best in battle against ignorance. In the name of God, our country, Republic of the Philippines, and our people, so help us God.
Moving on, the tribute to parents by our with honors, Reniel A. Ortega.
It was not so long ago when I challenged to dream, and not so long ago when I confronted to take the first necessary steps towards the achievement of my elementary education. Today, together with my classmates, observe our accomplishment after all these years of difficulty, effort, and determination. We remember the doubts and demands that accepted before us, and we enjoy the triumph that that came upon our hands. To our distinguished guest speaker, Sir Hosto C. Amudia Jr., the school principal, Sir Alvin C. Perez, the teaching force of Liangan West Elementary School, to our dear parents, and to my fellow graduates. A pleasant afternoon to all of you. Facing in front of the laptop for our virtual graduation, have this feeling of pride and happiness because I have proven to myself that I can be the best of what I am. Only if I will strive hard and have strong perseverance to reach our goals in life. The theme: strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. It mainly speaks for continuously enhancing our persistent and consistent inquiry of information through using the latest and modern technology for remote learning. Together with the purpose of having a standard education, to my fellow graduates, we end up one glorious chapter and new one will begin. New adventures and series of struggles soon, but with the things we learned from Liangan West Elementary School. Let's keep gutsy stepping towards the fulfillment of our dreams and aspiration. Let us thank God, therefore, for His unceasing grace and guidance. Our teachers, for their immeasurable dedication, they made sure all of my classmates got to this graduation day. They sent messages and called back and forth to us like we never would have before. To our parents for their unconditional support all throughout these years. Keep most you have taken on a much larger rule of teaching and helping your children to finish their self-learning modules properly and completely despise this tough time. Because of them, we were able to develop this endeavor. Actually, we can say we made it. Congratulations, fellow graduates. Thank you and mabuhay.
And now, our school principal on his acknowledgement and closing remark.
My warmest greetings to all the completers of school year 2020-2021. Congratulations, happy completion, all the best, good luck, and Godspeed. This pandemic has brought so much uncertainties to all of us. Learners have struggled in their learning, time away from their teachers and co-learners. In this new learning landscape of our educational system, our schools still managed to cope up with the existing demands of our work, printing all the modules, distributed them, checked the children's outputs, and gave grades. With all the supplementary materials along with the distribution of modules, we come up with a blended distance learning to complement the gaps. All of us deserve to celebrate because we are able to continue delivering good services to our clientele with the concerted effort of all stakeholders and the divine intervention of the Almighty One. The Layangan West Elementary School sincerely thanks the parents, guardians for entrusting their children to our school. Likewise, we acknowledge the support from the stakeholders who extended their immeasurable support to achieve the goals of the DepEd. Lastly, we convey our heartfelt gratitude to all of you for your perseverance in this time of crisis. Thank you, congratulations, and mabuhay.
Half the world is sleeping, half the world's awake, half can hear their hearts beat, half just hear them